How long does it take to get to seven figures in the millions of dollars selling things on Amazon? In this video, I'm going to talk you through exactly how that happens and some of the things you can expect to do and find on the way. Now, if you like this kind of content where I'm helping you build your own e-commerce empire, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel because we post brand new content each and every day, all about helping you build your own fortune online. Now, if you've got any questions for me or just want me to cover something in a video for you, comment below and I'll get to that too. All right, let's get into the video. You've now all started your Amazon businesses, okay? And at varying stages of your Amazon business. How long do you personally think it will take you to get to seven figures in sales a year? Like, what's in your head? What's the period of time between now and hitting $1 million plus in sales in your Amazon, your e-commerce business? How long is that period of time? I'd be super interested to know. 12 to 24 months, 4 to 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Well, that tells us immediately that there is no hard and fast rule about how long that is going to take you, okay? There is no hard and fast rule about how long that's going to take you. But just to kind of go over a couple of things, I would say you can actually probably do it faster than you realize. It's actually, we tend to overestimate what we can do in a very small period of time and drastically underestimate what we can do in a longer period of time. So you'd be surprised, for instance, how far you can get in 5 years, and you'd also be surprised how little you can do in 1 year, for instance, okay? So we always tend to overestimate what we can do in a year and underestimate those longer periods of time, which is kind of interesting quirk of human nature. So how long will it take you? Well, the biggest determinant about it is the amount of money you have to start with. That's really the biggest determinant. Most people don't kind of think this through, but let's suppose that you're aiming for, well, $1 million a year. Let's say it's $100,000 a month. Okay, let's say sales of $100,000 a month. Well, to make $100,000 a month is actually pretty cash flow intensive. So you tend to want to have 3 months of stock on hand. So that's $300,000 worth in retail sales of stock on hand. And you've got time to get your stock produced and then sent over to you. Plus, you probably want money for your team. And plus, you'd probably want cash for putting new products to the test. Plus, you probably want money for marketing those products. And so, you know, for $100,000 a month, you probably want $300,000, $200,000 to $300,000 in free cash flow, like in cash, to be able to do that, which most people don't really think about. But so that's probably scared the fuck out of you. Like, what? But you know, you don't need that immediately. You get to work up to that. You get to work up to that, and the way that you work up to it is you reinvest all your money. That's pretty much the way that you do it. So instead of drawing a wage from your Amazon business, you reinvest your money. And then, of course, you get the effects of compound interest working for you. And very, very quickly, you get to a business that's generating a lot of money. Now, will that happen in a year? Probably not. Probably not. But I believe from a standing start with, say, $5,000 in capital, then getting to, at the end of your first year, a position where your business is making $500,000 a year, yeah, totally doable. Totally doable. Because what's $500,000 a year? $40,000 a month. Totally doable. Absolutely. So you could do that. And then from that, actually the path to $1 million is pretty quick. It's pretty quick. And so within that 5-year time frame, well, you can be at a lot more. You can be at a lot more. So that's something to think about. The other thing to think about as well is your proclivity for hard work. So your first year of building your Amazon business, you want to be reinvesting. And so you really, if you've got a full-time job, you've now got 2 full-time jobs. So you're going to be busting your balls. This idea of a lifestyle business does exist, but not if you want to make a big business. It's just bollocks. Anybody telling you about work-life balance is probably pretty poor in real terms, okay? Or they've already made all their money and now they get that work-life balance, okay? But when you're starting out, you kind of got to hustle if you've got big goals. If you don't have big goals, you're happy, with, I don't know, like $150,000 a year, something like that, then you can absolutely do that with not a great deal of work. And these Amazon businesses, they're front loaded. Like the front end of it, picking your products, talking to your supplier, getting your samples, getting your shit into Amazon, that's all front loaded before you start selling. But then after that, it's actually a lot less work, okay? Anything else I'd kind of say about that? So, money and time are 2 big determining factors. If you've got sufficient cash, then fuck yeah, you can really grow these things quickly. If you've got sufficient time, absolutely, you can grow these things really, really quickly. If you don't, then you're restricted by that to how big you can get. But from 5,000 startup capital to turning that into $500,000 a year in sales in your first year, totally doable. And what I mean by that is $40,000 a month, okay? Because that's $480,000 a year. Totally doable. Absolutely doable. And then after that, it's actually a short hop, skip, and a jump to $1 million. But if you think you're going to do that sitting on your ass all night, watching Netflix, then you're just deluding yourself. That's not going to happen. You will not have work-life balance. There will be a lot of work to do up front, but then the rewards are there on the back. So it all depends how you think about this shit, yeah? All depends how you think about this shit. What do you guys reckon of that? Is that bullshit? Do you reckon I'm like on the money? I hear very, very well-meaning people talk fluffy, life coachy types talking about making a lot of money and having work-life balance, and I know with certainty they're poor relative to, money. They just don't have much money, because to get a lot of money, you kind of have to be obsessed, and you don't get to have work-life balance. That's just not how it works. It's just not how it works. And then once you have a lot of money, you then get to talk about work-life balance because you've made all that money, okay? That's kind of how it works. Don't believe the bullshit you see on Facebook. Don't believe that bollocks. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We've got over 2,000 members and growing. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia, with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching. Bye.